to you on this very fine day. How's life? In between the episodes, I have been a relatively busy person. I decided to make a very small kelp farm and a sugarcane farm, and I also did a ton of mining. And by a ton, I really mean a ton. And what the hell are we doing over here? That is a lovely question. And don't you worry, the new building is still under construction. Not gonna look amazing, but it's gonna look less garbage. This massive area that you see in front of you is going to be for witchcraft. The altar from witchery is going to be powered by nature, so we need a massive area so that we can make it naturey. Yeah, I would say this looks very naturey and slightly garbage. The more variety of crops that you have around your altar, the higher the effect is going to be. So I have just literally spammed everything that we got, and our altar is not the best. It's almost at 900? Yeah. One reason for that is that the altar has a radius of 16 blocks, meaning that it can cover 4 chunks, and we're utilizing, I don't know, maybe 1.5 chunk. The other reason is that on top of the altar, we're going to need far better pentacles, but they're expensive. So for the moment, we can only afford these guys. Also, another very important thing to remember is that you can even go down. Nobody cares except the altar, who's the only one we want to care. But anyways, why the hell do we need an altar? This number that you see over here is the magical energy which we need in order to operate our equipment. You know, like the witch's cauldron. And I did not find an oven. Yeah, there's no witch's oven. Weird. Oh, and by the way, the statues are just for decoration. They don't do anything. And the reason that I'm going with this guy is that the other one is a bit more expensive, but that is fine. And the other reason that you want to be able to have an altar is to summon some demons. There are 2 ways of dealing with demons. One of them is that you would trade with them. And of course, the other one is that you just kill them. And we're going to go with the second option. I mean, there should be only one demon with beautiful eyes. However, our first immediate need is going to be a puppet. So we're going to get an extra automa, 1 spruce bark, 1 protection puppet, 1 tag lock. We shall bind it to our pet. Yes, it's bound to me. And we bind the puppet to ourselves. Why do we need protection? We want to fight the Guardian of Gaia, obviously. But that means we are going to need 1 more Nether star. And since we are going to go to the Nether, let us get prepared. It's a bit dark in the Nether. Therefore, let us get some potions. Thank you. Hey, you know what? 1 more puppet is going to be necessary. The Puppet of Judgment. This is going to reduce the damage that we're going to receive from mobs which are affected by smite by 75%. We have missed the flasks. A lot. Hello, beautiful. Can I have your head? Thank you. You actually dropped it. We should always ask nicely. We have killed so many wither skeletons that hearts are no longer a problem. We have extra ones. Thank you. We also take the gold. I need it for the enchanted golden apples. I'm not really prepared for this fight, but depending on how it goes, we might have it twice. Also, I'm really hoping this is going to be enough space. Let us see. Yep. Where? Oh, I think now we should be fine, yes. Oh, I need my puppets. Now we're fine. So why did we need Gaia spirits? Good question. We want flight. That scared me. Oh, look! Walking ender pearls. I needed some. We just want some ender air bottles. And we already have everything in order to craft the tiara. Perfect. We have flight? Yes. Well, I'm not gonna fight the dragon. We can just go home. I just wanted flight. Actually, do you have any idea what I forgot? Finally. Okay. You better drop something important. Gives you netherite scrap? We're gonna farm them, don't you worry. Yes. That thing. And yes, you do have a head. I want the head. But since we are here, we might as well take the elytra. Thank you. Where are the chests? Well, what I wanted was the head. We have it, because I believe the dragon head is, yeah, far better. Now it's gonna recharge much faster. Since we had extra Gaia spirits and I was banking some mana, I thought maybe we should upgrade our sash so that we would be able to run faster and jump higher. I also upgraded our pendant so that we would be able to take a nice hot bath, made a ring of magnetization, which is, yes, a magnet, upgraded our band of mana and aura with terror steel, and finally went to get some ancient debris. Also, when I was doing some routine mining in the overworld, I ran into an iron vein, which was super exciting, but it got more exciting because I ran into another one. And as a result, now we have tons of iron. But do you remember that I said we have to go low tech? Apparently in this modpack, it's not going to be as easy as you would think because you need a certain measure of technology. For example, one of the most important things that I need is steel. And I really think we need to start doing something about it. But first things first, we need to have a better furnace setup. Because you know, right now I'm just using hoppers and 2 furnaces, which is kind of garbage. garbage. Also, I have discovered something really nice, garlic bread. Anyhow, I was looking for some different types of pipes and I discovered there is a mod called Modern Dynamics. It seems to be like an exact copy of thermodynamics, because you basically have the servo and the filter, and I think we're just gonna set up our furnaces with these. It's gonna be much easier. It is also a very good thing that I decided to make the sugarcane farm earlier because we need some paper. You're doing garbage. Kelp is doing much better. It's fine, I have a few over here. Well, it's not exactly a work of art, it's just supposed to be a furnace, but we cannot place down machines like this because this is really garbage. We have to cover them. And honestly speaking, I had no idea how to do a furnace. But I did use spruce planks for the path, and then I thought it's going to be very boring soon because everything is brown. So we're switching to stone. Because we don't have framed blocks in this mod pack, options are limited. But essentially, based on the filters that I have set up, this is the input chest, you just put the garbage and fuel, and this one is the output chest. You get the results. And one of the main reasons that we needed a semi-automatic furnace was to get bronze. And being able to cook that stupid bronze. Also, I would like to reiterate, the servos are incredibly slow. They do accept upgrades, but that's expensive. Because look, this is a servo, right? To upgrade the speed, you need acceleration cards from Applied Energistics. Why? Yeah, I also don't get it. I thought the fire is going to look cool, but it's very irritating. I do hear it all the time, so not the best. What if we put a glowstone and a magma block? Yeah, I don't know. At least I don't have to hear the flames all the time. However, let us move on. The steel that we want to craft is from a mod called Modern Industrialization. And yeah, the textures are familiar. Since I'm not really familiar with this mod, let us do everything by the book. We have our bronze. For some reason, we need a wrench. Then we do need a decent supply of fire clay. Oh, same exact recipe. Okay. And while the clay is cooking, we should do something about the rain. Thankfully, this time we do have Botania. It does rain a lot. We make the teru teru, and if we give it a sunflower, it's gonna change the rain. Also, I'm not really sure, but I believe we should be able to automate it using a daylight sensor. We will see when it rains. It also seems that we are going to need a decent supply of clay, so let me gather some, and I'll see you back at the base. We do have a decent supply of resources, so let us get started. Here is our coke oven, and exactly what I have missed, microcrafting. Anywho. Input hatch, a fluid input hatch, item output hatch, as well as fluid output. That is whatever we need for the coke oven. I have no idea if this guy is going to be a jerk when it rains, so let us do this inside the cave. And you're not really giving me a schematic. Shape invalid. Yes. Oh, you do give me some information. Nice. And it seems that if you hold the wrench, it's going to tell you what it's missing. Oh, nice. The texture has changed. I have gone through maybe 3 or 4 stacks of bronze just to make the stupid coke oven, and we also need a boiler. And the boiler is going to need some fire clay, so let us make some. And then we're going to see if we can cheese it with a sink. So here is our boiler. We shall have our sink, a pipe. Oh, yeah, I wanted to cheat. We can't do that. But at least can we extract that steam? That is the question. It's 400 Celsius, you should have steam. Oh yeah, we do have steam. It's going in. If that is the case, let us see if we can get some coal coke. Well, there is a pump, but it does need power. But ladies and gentlemen, our first coal coke. So would you look at that? There is an actual pump. So if we steal our solar panel and put it on top, you should collect water. Yes, you are. Can you put it in a tank? Yes, you can. Then I think we're good. The main reason that we want to get a teeny tiny bit of steel is actually very simple. There are so many things in the Industrial Revolution mod that require a ton of steel. And I just wanted to know how good is it going to work, You don't have to work. And yeah, we would be able to detect it. That is good. We can turn off the rain automatically. But we have steel, and that is perfect. Yes, as I was saying, I got distracted. I'm very sorry. The main reason that we want steel is for the mining rig. I don't want to mine manually for the rest of my life. Now that I have an idea of what to do, let's get cracking. I have made some tree taps from Tech Reborn. We should be able to find rubber trees and get some rubber. Yes, not rubber, sap. We shall cook the sap. That should give us rubber. With some rubber, we should be able to make some insulated copper cables. And it's always a good idea to hold it in your inventory. We shall cook some iron and iron plate. That gives us refined iron and refined iron plate. A few electronic circuits. And after a bit of microcrafting, a basic storage unit. Yes, the day of achievements again. We do require 4 buckets of lava, 4 buckets of water, cobblestone generator Mark 1, which is pretty garbage. But fear not, we're going to upgrade it into Mark 2. I don't have any production of cobblestone, so we needed that. Are you going to be one of those nice people who is going to output to the top? No. You should really learn about something called a hopper. You can be a jerk, but Hopper can negate that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of Tech Reborn, where nothing works like a normal human. You actually have to have a wrench and then configure the site. Now we're getting cobblestone. The reason that we are trying different things is that yes, I did need cobblestone, but I also want to make a mob farm, so I do need drawers. I thought the one from Tech Reborn is going to look cool, but no, it's not worth the effort. Because for a mob farm, we're going to need at least 10 or 12 of them. Now that we have access to some steel, we would be able to at least make the steel barrel. This one can hold 128 stacks, and that's good. Well, just for the quest, I had to make a bronze one, but we want this one. Oh, it actually tells you what it is. Making a mob farm in this mod pack is super easy because we still have our spikes, conveyor belts, vacuum hoppers, and also cursed earth. It's just that we're missing a teeny tiny bit of leather. And yes, I could have used an alchemy catalyst, but this one was more fun. We now have a mob farm. It's not working as super great as I was expecting, but we're getting a decent amount of loot, which is not that bad. These are the items that I'm keeping. I also have an overflow chest down here so that in case we're getting something very important, I would know about it. For example, that one. I don't need potatoes. I prefer the blood. However, there are a few things that you should pay attention to. For example, the conveyor belt. In other mod packs, we would make our mob farm 3 blocks tall so that we can get endermen. The conveyor belt is a bit different than vector plates, meaning that it's a few pixels tall, so endermen would just glitch. This is why our mob farm is 4 blocks tall. Another thing to mention is that how the hell would you get cursed dirt? Well, you get it from cursed seeds, and the cursed droplets drop from wither skeletons. Or apparently skeletons, because we are also getting it in our mob farm, but you can't just place it down. It has to be super dark. Also, the vacuum hopper does not accept items through blocks, so yeah. You need to have a hole. Another thing that you might notice is that we're wasting the experience. And I have been reading the quest book. Apparently we have an XP obelisk mod. Oh, this looks very complex. Wait a minute. XP berries. I need experience. I am also trying different things for mana, so maybe we can go with a Rosa Arcana. Let us see. Whatever you want to do is like 5 million different steps. This one we don't need. I don't like Bane of Arthropods. We need to smelt a few enchanted books. Oh, you don't smelt? What? Yeah, I told you. Everything has to be different steps. We are going to need a smoker. Yes, now it works. XP dust. After a bunch of crafting, XP storage. We also make an iron auto experience or vacuum. That was a very long name. And we just upgrade it to gold. So if I put you here, you're not collecting anything. The main issue that I have is light, and I didn't really want to do this, but it seems we don't have an option. We're getting experience. Okay, so this is actually a really fun mod. You cannot transfer from the obelisk to yourself without having an XP transfer. If you sneak and right click, it will change its mode. You can add to the obelisk or you can retract. Another very neat thing is the XP berries. You have to plant them on soul soil and you can bone meal them, and it seems every time it gives you 5 or 6. You get a teeny tiny bit of experience, and it's also food. It's a good food. Maybe not. This time it gave me 9. And if you hold sneak, it's gonna drop on the ground. The orb. Not very useful for Rosa Arcana, but at least we can have experience whenever we want. Unless there is an activate... What? Well, maybe there is a way to go with Rosa Arcana. We will see. I need some automations anyways. Oh, and by the way, we have a raven. He's our friend. You just feed them gold nuggets. That's it. Before we move on to our next project, I have been reading the comments on the previous episode, and some of you guys were suggesting that you want a new graveyard. Here's the problem. We don't really have the same tombstones mod, but yeah, we do have graves. The issue is that even though this one looks kind of nice, you can't edit the name. The sarcophagus is amazing. Again, we have the name issue, but there is another one which has different variants. You can edit the name. It's not amazing, but we can do something with it. So let me know if you want another graveyard, and let me know if you want to be in it. I'll be very happy to oblige. On the same note of being a bit creepy, let us go somewhere. There is a mod in this mod pack called Mind Cells, which is apparently a parody of Dead Cells, which I have no idea what the hell it is. I just mentioned it just in case you want to mention it, but it does have cool decorative blocks, so I really want to go there. The issue is that we're going to need Silk Touch. Yes, we have one. There is a portal which is going to spawn randomly in your world, and if you have discovered diamonds, you can walk through it. But I have dropped a waypoint, so we can just teleport. Hello, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, we can't mine these. I thought you can do that with Silk Touch. Well, we can get the crates. That's nice. And yes, there are mobs. And these are the spawners. Looks like a crafting table. But we are actually just here to gather some blocks. Nothing special. And yes, so many mobs. I don't know if torches are going to help. Spikes. We take it. Yeah, torches don't help. And you can't break it. These are some of the things that we're looking for, and I'm not sure if we can take them. Yes, we can. With Silk Touch. Also, this is a massive, crazy dimension with a boss, so yeah. One more thing that we're looking for. Corpses. Yes, you can Silk Touch. Nice. And more. The only functional block that this mod has to offer is an elevator. All you need is 2 chains, 2 elevator assemblers, and you put them between the chains, you know, depending on different floors that you want to go. and voila. You just right click, you go up, and right click, and you go down. It's really cool. We will use it. And now that it's raining, maybe we should automate that stupid thing. And by that stupid thing, I mean him. Does not really have to be something super fancy or visible, so I guess we can put it here. We shall have a dropper, an open crate, and some sunflowers. Go to hell. So we place you down, and something like this should work. Yeah. It did work. It is going to activate during night times as well, but I don't really care. Sunflowers are cheap. Next episode, what I want to be able to do is to automate steel. We do have a production of steel, but it's not really automated. So here's what we're going to do. The machines from Industrial Revolution have a temperature. According to the book itself, it's never ever going to explode, but you need to control that temperature using coolants. And how do you make coolants? Good thing. You need some tanks, a fluid infuser, we give it some water, and we just drop lapis. This is a very weird mod. It's a combination of thermal expansion mechanism and IC2, because this is the exact same recipe. How do you get the coolant out? Okay, I was wondering how you get it out. So this is a cooler cell, and if we put it here, you should cool down faster, I guess. Oh, that is how you also make speed upgrades. That's useful. Whatever I want to do, I just need to make tons of alloys, and that's getting a bit frustrating. So I thought we come over here, gather some sap, and start getting a few machines from Tech Reborn. I also made myself an alloy furnace, and well, yeah, it's not that bad. We don't have to go through so many steps in order to make alloys. But most importantly, we have an extractor. So this is tier low, that should also be tier low, right? Yep, it's not gonna explode. Good. In this way, getting rubber is going to be much easier, because I guess we just have to put the rubber logs inside and... Holy, you're loud. But you get the point, it gives us sap. So the main reason that we did all of this is that we want water. And yes, there are ender tanks, but in this mod pack, they're called entangled tanks. I want to be able to have a central water system so that I would be able to feed the boilers with water. There are so many different ways of doing that. We're gonna use pumps from Industrial Revolution, even though we are an empire and we're not fans of revolution. And the reason that I'm doing it over the lake is that maybe next episode we're also going to have a fishing hut. Also, we want to make it a bit fancy, so I'm using some pipes. They look nice. The pipe goes into an ender tank. Do you also have cables? Okay, you do. And for the moment, you get a solar panel. So they should get water and they should pump it into the tank. Oh, and by the way, these tanks are kind of weird. You don't dye them, you have to use runes, you know, to change the channel. And if you're wondering what the hell is going on, we're getting the white runes back. But this is water. And I do believe that water can be pumped into the boiler. Well, so far so good. It connected. If we put the servo, yeah, that was the wrong servo, but yeah. We do get water. I need a ton of steel. That is one of the problems. We need one more boiler. Each one of the bronze boilers is enough in order to power one machine. So this is why we're making two of them. If you put it in a turbine, I'm guessing it's going to be much more effective. And would you look at that? It automatically outputs into the blast furnace. I mean, you don't need a pipe connection between the boiler and the furnace. So that is perfect. It's not a great automation, but next episode we will deal with that. For the moment, I just want a consistent supply of steel. Oh, and by the way, some electron. Just before we wrap up today's episode, I thought maybe we should try and get a demon heart from Bewitchment. The issue is that in your guidebook, summoning demons is locked. Locked behind what? Demon horn, which you get it from hellhounds in the Nether, and well, they're very rare. I just found the one. Whoops. And also I found the most beautiful horse ever, Nightmare. Oh, this is from Thaumic Horizons. A copy of that, I guess. We will come back for him later. Oh, there's more. Okay, nice. Yeah. The Hellhound. Two of them together. And very well, we get the horns. Also, I was very worried about the power of our altar, but it seems we're doing good, because in order to summon a demon, we just need 666. The altar that we have is 900 and something. Okay, maybe the reason that they are rare is that I was looking in the wrong biome. Over here, they're everywhere. In order to summon demons, we need to perform some rituals, and in order to perform rituals, we're going to need some chalks. I have already made some of the chalks, but we also need the red chalk, or fiery chalk apparently. That is going to need a witch's cauldron. The cauldron does require water, it does require a heat source, and for some crafting it has to be near the altar. And the way that you brew potions is that the order that you throw items inside the cauldron matters. So oak goes in, then coal, then poppy. Yes. And then we would be able to get 3 bottles. Oh, and by the way, the cauldron actually burns you, but I have my pendant, so I don't burn. Oh, mandrake. I forgot mandrake. I think we messed it up. Yep. And by we, I just meant me. So juniper, feather, mandrake. Oh, and if you want to clean your cauldron, you just drop some ash. So it's boiling, juniper, feather, mandrake. It's fine now. Anyways, That gives us the red chalk, and this is exactly what you should draw. We're going to make an altar for it later on, but for the moment, golden chalk. Then we make a circle of red chalk, like so, and then just a bigger circle. This should be fine, I guess. We shall also cover everything in salt. This is the wrong salt. And yes, some of you guys have been telling me we can convert it, but it's actually not in the JEI. But it's fine, I have added the other salt, so we're good. The salt is that just in case we die, the demon cannot escape. It does seem correct. So I have no idea why we get so many ducks here. So another very important thing is we need a sacrifice. This is a diamond lasso and it's supposed to pick up every type of creature, even a villager. Nice. So we need a demon horn, a snake's tongue, a diamond, and some of our fancy crops. I think it was this one? Yes. Belladonna. So the way that this works is that we drop our ingredients on the ground, we spawn the villager, and we have to kill him with the dagger. Come back, he has to die within the circle. Oh, come on. Next time we cover it. But now, it's active. Hello, demon. You can't do anything, and you can't get out. And I'm immune to fire. So we would be able to trade with him, but I just want his heart. I think you should be able to kill him with just your sword and get the heart. Yeah, thank you for the heart. So why do we want to kill demons and get their hearts? So that we would be able to summon more powerful demons. For example, we're gonna summon Leonard. We don't really want to be his servant, so we're gonna just kill him. I forgot the recipe. I think that's it. And this time the sacrifice has to be a sheep. It worked. Hello, Leonard. Oops. He has a range attack. You know, I don't think he's gonna summon more than like 2 or 3 people. Come here. Come inside. Yes. Now it's just you and me. Oh, I'm dying. I did not pay attention to my health. Yeah, a golden apple should be nice. Bye-bye. Oh, he didn't drop it. Jerk. Oh, he did. Scepter. Yes. So the scepter is a relic which has its own uses, but we mainly want it for the altar. And I don't really remember which one it replaces, but let's place it down. So it's not the head. Aha. It's the candles. But now you might notice we're at 965. Next episode, we're gonna summon Lilith. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one. Bye bye.